Hi guys, I'm Kieran, I'm part of the Cre8iveTV team, and I'm filling in for Marcus today. So today we're going to be talking about storyboarding for music videos. We're going to be talking about shots that are from a music video that me and Korean shot in 2020. So the whole point of the storyboard is that you don't necessarily need access to a camera. You basically plan the shots that you want to do before you shoot the music video, so it makes it a lot easier rather than just like going out and shooting random things. You actually have a plan of what you're going to shoot. So you could do this inside your prison cell. I've got a printout, but you could just draw 6 boxes on a sheet of paper and then draw within the boxes, depending on how many shots you want. You could plan 2 or 3 different music videos. You could also use the same storyboard planned for various other videos. You could do it for animation. You could use it for, what else can I use it for?
You could just use it for being creative, and it's just something for you guys to look forward to creating when you get out of prison as well.
Cool. Okay, so we're going to talk about a few of the shots, and I'm going to just draw our plan for our music video. So the first shot, we want the guy sat on the roof, and it's a panning shot from down low. So I'll just draw that in.
So we've done this lightly in pencil to begin with, just so we can plan it out for you guys, and now we're going over it with black pen, just so we know that you can see it on the TV screen.
And again, although I am usually good at drawing, I have an arts degree. Usually on a storyboard you don't need to be able to draw, literally just draw a stick man and like maybe a bit of the background, and then like write maybe where the camera's going to be and like what type of shot it is. So I'm just literally just drawing a stick man sat on a roof. And he seems to be really fat for some reason. Okay, and then I'll just write panning shot underneath. Cool. So the next shot is inside a stairwell. So this may take a bit of understanding of perspective, but if you look up a stairwell, then the stairs closest to you are bigger than the stairs like furthest away. So you would just draw it like essentially rectangles that get smaller and stacked on top of each other, and then draw the walls going the same way. I mean, I haven't done it very well on this one, but that's really bad. Yeah, you get the gist, and then that would probably be like that.
And what we did for this one, we had our artist sitting on the stairs doing the wrapping.
So another shot that we did during this music video we shot in 2020 was we were inside some changing rooms in Victoria Park in Leicester. And they had like bars across the top of like the changing room stall things, and the guy wanted a shot like through the bars so that it looked like he was inside prison essentially. So we're just gonna draw like a basic mock-up of what that would look like. And the guy was wearing a mask where it was 2020, but also he didn't want his face on the video, so. Let's draw a guy in a mask.
You could really get creative with these shots just by using items around you and playing with different perspectives.
Yeah, and there's the style of editing as well. Like you're an editor. I've done a bit of editing in the past, and you can really change the style of the video with the style of editing. So if you was doing a rap video, then it would have a different style to if you was doing like a rock video or like a ballad, for example. Or even if you were like shooting a music video compared to like a tutorial on YouTube or something, you would still plan the shots for a YouTube video, but you wouldn't necessarily have the same editing style. And maybe you'd have longer shots, like maybe further away and like, or maybe close up, rather than in a music video sort of probably faster than like a tutorial or something.
You'll notice that we're going to play the video after this, and if you look at the colour range and the tones that we used during the editing process, they're very, very muted because it was kind of like a dark vibe for the video. It was a very, very hot, sunny, bright day, so we really had to work around that. So
the next shot is a low angle shot where he's sat on the wall and the camera is also on the wall, so it's sort of looking slightly up at him. This would be shot with a shallow depth of field so that he's the most in focus, and then the background like gradually gets more blurred out. Whereas if you wanted all of the background to be in focus as well, then it would be a wide depth of field, which you can change in settings on the camera. So I'll just draw that in. And when you play with angles as well, if you shoot from low, it can make somebody look really tall and powerful. So that's something to experiment with. And you can even do this on your mobile phone. You don't need any professional equipment to do this. So if you have a sort of good-ish smartphone made in like the last 5 or 6 years, usually they have a manual mode for video and for photography. So you can learn to shoot video using manual settings just on a smartphone, which most people probably nowadays would. Before you go out and buy like really expensive equipment, you don't need to do that. You can just shoot everything on a fairly cheap smartphone because the software is so good nowadays. So again, the drawings are not really very good, but they don't need to be because they're just for the storyboard and won't ever really be used again. So the last shot we did was a faraway shot of the three main protagonists in the music video chucking money out the window and rapping. So this is a sort of fairly like eye level shot where they were chucking money out and then we'd focus on the money as it comes out the window. So I'll just draw that in. Side note, we didn't use real money. This is money that you can buy, like prop money from Amazon or other places. So don't go photocopying money because nothing will let you do it. Even on like a photocopier in a post office, it won't let you do it. No. Or if you know how to use Photoshop, you try and scan money in or open a photo of money, it doesn't let you open it for obvious reasons. So that's a basic tutorial on how to make a storyboard for a music video. It's very similar storyboarding anything. So I do a lot of animation and I storyboard like the basic process of the animation, like how one thing gets to another thing, and then, or even if it's just writing, then I write in what would be in the frame. So once you get a hang of it, you can use it for most things. So if you have made a storyboard and you want to send it in to us, send it to Soft Touch Arts, that's 50 Newark, Leicester, LE1 6TF. Okay, and here is a video that me and Kieran worked on for an artist called 11.
She wanna mess with man, I'm out here chasing rubber bands. I'll do it for my dad, I'll do it for my fam. I'll go and grab that cash, aye. On the motorway, hope I make it back. Of course it's mad, tryna grab that bag in a stolen car, be travelling fast. She wanna mess with man, I'm out here chasing rubber bands. I'll do it for my dad, I'll do it for my fam. I'll go and grab that cash, aye. On the motorway, hope I make it back. Of course it's mad, tryna grab that bag in a stolen car, be travelling fast. Watch how I rap it, of course I do damage. I'm a lyrical savage and I get that bread. Used to be trapping and now I'm rapping. Of course it's mad when I rap and it ends. How many man been lost in the system, dots and kittens? Yeah, it's mad, it's stress. True say I got stories to tell, you know how it goes on the back of a ped. I love a girl that can broke that well. I don't really do what Simon says. She's clapping that back, she does it the best. Baby, she leng. Double tap waps, it's kinda sad. Have you ever seen man fall in love with a skeng? Double tap waps, it's kinda sad. Have you ever seen man fall in love with a skeng? She wanna mess with man, I'm out here chasing rubber bands. I'll do it for my dad, I'll do it for my fam. I'll go and grab that cash, aye. On the motorway, hope I make it back. Of course it's mad, tryna grab that bag in a stolen car, be travelling fast. She wanna mess with man, I'm out here chasing rubber bands. I'll do it for my dad, I'll do it for my fam. I'll go and grab that cash, aye. On the motorway, hope I make it back. Of course it's mad, tryna grab that bag in a stolen car, be travelling fast. Watch how I whip me, you know how it is. Gotta get that urgent. That's Italian drip, got things on things. Like watch how the whip's dispersing. I'm the captain, that's lights, camera, action. I'm the captain of all of my hood. But sometimes I don't realise that I'm trapped in the jungle book. I wanna fly high like Peter Pan, but I'm stuck in a boat like Captain Hook. Shush, man get whoosh. Please don't stare, there's a left right there if you're giving me looks. Like Bambi, don't get lost in the woods. We're on a mission like Woody and Buzz. You know how it goes, yeah, you know about us. Like, she wanna mess with man, I'm out here chasing rubber bands. I'll do it for my dad, I'll do it for my fam. I'll go and grab that cash, aye. On the motorway, hope I make it back. Of course it's mad, tryna grab that bag in a stolen car, be travelling fast. She wanna mess with man, I'm out here chasing rubber bands. I'll do it for my dad, I'll do it for my fam. I'll go and grab that cash, aye. On the motorway, hope I make it back. Of course it's mad, tryna grab that bag in a stolen car, be travelling fast.
Don't forget to submit your artwork here to us at Soft Touch, that's 50 New Walk, Leicester, LE1 6TF. Thank you. And again, the address is Soft Touch Arts, 50 New Walk, Leicester, LE1 6TF.
So here we are for today's feature. I'm Corinne. I'm usually the person behind the camera, so this is very new to me to be sitting here standing in for Marcus. But today our feature is on Kieran, and he's been part of the crew since the beginning. So Kieran, tell us a bit about yourself. How did you get involved?
My name's Kieran Bond. I'm a freelance graphic designer by trade. I'm also an illustrator. I sell products. I'm a photographer. And I run workshops.
And you're an amazing producer as part of this show, and you do a hell of a lot for this show, and personally I won't be able to do most of this without you, so thank you for being part of it. Okay. Tell us a bit about your background, like how did you get to be in the art world?
Okay, so back in school I did art therapy to kind of deal with anger management and bullying issues. And that kind of made me realise there was a whole creative world. I got a level 2 in art and design at school, and a BTEC level 2. And then I went to New College, Stamford, and I did for a year, I did level 3 art and design, but I didn't really like it because it was like drawing fruit and naked people and stuff. And during that course, I discovered that there was a thing called graphic design. So I joined the graphic design course, and from there I kind of really enjoyed doing, like, learning Photoshop and Illustrator, InDesign, which is like, InDesign is layout, magazine software, Illustrator is like vector graphics, and I'm sure you've heard of Photoshop. So from there I went to De Montfort University, where I also did graphic design. Really enjoyed my time at uni. Sort of learned a lot about myself. I had a lot of life experience at uni, which a lot of people do. And then from there, when I graduated in 2018, I tried to get a job in the graphic design world. I did 85 interviews in less than 3 months, and I didn't get even any feedback, let alone a job. So I was, course of December 2018, I got in trouble with the police. Oops. And the probation team essentially mentioned soft touch, and they had a probation session, like art session that they run here. So I came for the first time, and Kieran Walsh, who's behind the camera today, introduced me to that session, and sort of I got more and more involved with soft touch through that program. So it was sort of 1 week, and then one day a week, and then it turned into sort of volunteering and like teaching animation and teaching graphic design and spray painting and all this stuff. Whilst I was at Soft Touch, I joined the Prince's Trust Enterprise Program, and they helped me like write a business plan for my graphic design business, and they helped me sort of work out that I wasn't charging enough. I was sort of doing freelance stuff already, but I was charging like £50 for a logo, and that's not enough. So they helped me work out pricing, they helped me work out business plans, they helped me work out like marketing and that kind of stuff. And then I got a mentor from the Prince's Trust called Roger. He's been really good. And then sort of March 2020, it all went kaput because, well, COVID went kaput for a lot of people. And then I got involved in this project because I was heavily involved in soft touch, and I was heavily involved in the probation session, and I was doing graphic design stuff. And then during 2020, there was like an idea of how we sort of get in touch with people inside prison and like help the people. Some of the people that were on the probation team had gone back to prison. So we were like, well, how do we help these people inside prison? Because we can't go there anymore. So it was me and a few other people that were on the steering group for this project from sort of the start of 2021. We applied for funding, and then we got it, and now I'm a producer on this show. Also during 2020, I started an e-commerce business, so just selling one sticker on Etsy. I sold 100 in 30 days to states in the US, Germany, Australia, Switzerland, France, all across the UK. And that kind of encouraged me, like, well, people are buying this one sticker, what else can I sell? So I used my design skills. I was kind of finding that graphic design it wasn't really like getting my brain going. Putting my creativity into these products kind of gave me a lot of enthusiasm about it, and I kind of got my creative juices flowing.
From creativity, you've actually got your own business and you're doing really well. I mean, people are buying your products worldwide.
Yeah.
And that's just from designing something that you wanted to design. So that's amazing. So it can be done.
Yeah.
How does artwork and doing these things help with your mental health?
It helps a lot, actually. I mean, I live on my own in a fairly small flat, so it can get a bit lonely, to be honest. And like, it's kind of a creative outlet. So like, when I'm feeling down, I'll probably draw like quite a lot. And some of them things turn into products, some of them don't turn into products. Some of them are just like painted on canvas, or they're drawn on my iPad and they're just there. Like, I just draw like random things. But like during 2020, I went a bit mad with doing painting a lot. I had a thing about paint pours that was expensive to buy all the paint and stuff. I made a right mess in my flat, but it was good at the time. So, there's bad news on the TV again. Let's do some painting. Yeah.
It does help. It does help, make make you feel better. It does help with your mental health
it does,
massively.
absolutely.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for doing the feature, and yes.
So if you want to send anything in to us, then you can send it to Soft Touch Arts, that's 50 New Walk, Leicester, LE1 6TF. Bye.
Don't forget to submit your artwork here to us at Soft Touch, that's 50 New Walk, Leicester, LE1 6TF. Thank you. And again, the address is Soft Touch Arts, 50 New Walk, Leicester, LE1 6TF.
Hi, my name is Vince. I'm one of the workers here at Soft Touch Arts. Marcus, as your usual presenter, has asked me to step in because he couldn't be here to do the honour of reviewing some of your artwork, which is great because I like looking at artwork, and it's great to see all the pieces of work that you've sent in. So here we have an acrylic painting on board. The artist has imagined a landscape at sunset. So we have the sky coming down here in red with these really nicely painted trees along the hilltop here. Very dark colours down the bottom, so quite a moody picture, but very nice, and not too big, so you could put this on your wall quite easily. Okay, here we have a small drawing on paper. I'm not sure what material has been used here. It looks like it's been printed, but these trees and the road and stuff are finely drawn on top of it. But maybe it's a rubbing technique with wax crayon, kind of frottage to get this. There's a texture which you probably can't see, but there's a texture to the foreground here, which could be water, could be anything. Lovely little detail in the background with this very abstract landscape section in the front. Like I say, it looks almost like a print. It's very nice. Okay, here we have another acrylic on board, and what I really like about this painting is the expressive use of brush strokes. The brush strokes are all following I presume they're hills. Yeah, the ones at the front start off green, but you've got these really nice bright orange hills. It's a real fantastic landscape that this person has dreamed up, and I really like the way that what has started out as an imagination let run on this landscape of hills has turned into almost an abstract painting of something that is really quite beautiful with these very even circular round hills. Not something you would ever see, but only in the imagination of the artist that's done it. Another acrylic on board. This time we've got an abstract piece done in purples and pinks and yellows. I think the artist has scraped these up and let them dribble down to create this effect across the board. Very pretty if you want something to brighten up your wall. We have another space painting here. And this one has utilised a technique of spattering the paint to get this effect of thousands of stars in the sky, and it's a very good effect if you're trying to create something that looks quite realistic and is quite easily done. Then all the smaller planets besides this one here can be then put in over the top of that. So yeah, I really like the way that it creates a lot of distance because of this spattering technique. Here we have an acrylic painting on canvas on board, so you've got a bit more texture to the surface, and the artist has created this space picture using various techniques to create the planets with lots of colours that represent the way those planets look in the sky, and we have it viewed here from an icy landscape with mountains either side. I don't think the artist has ever been to this place, so they've got a really good imagination. And if you like views from space, this one is a really nice piece. Here we have an acrylic painting, this time of a unicorn, set in what looks like a jungle scene, but it's a very expressive painting. And you can see the colours are all quite bright, except for the unicorn, which is very light and in the centre and shining out. There's parrots and other foliage in the trees, which are all mixing in to make this kind of expressionistic background. So a fantasy picture of obviously it's a fantasy picture because unicorns don't exist. But here he is wandering through a very nice, expressive jungle background. And if you look at the horse, well, unicorn, basically the same as a horse, except it has a point on its forehead. These are quite hard to paint, a horse in motion. Stubbs did a great job of it, but and this artist hasn't done bad either, because this, the motion of the unicorn is clearly there. We've got quite a few of these drawings, artworks in a kind of graffiti style. This one here has got quite a lot of lettering and characters mixed in with the lettering, and a kind of a spray can coming in from the side, which is spraying part of the paintings in a kind of graffiti style here. Very colourful, very well drawn lettering. Another graffiti art piece here, but this is a much more kind of designed piece in terms of it's got this perspective going in and a very detailed set of what look like tiles going back to a smiley face at the beginning, and then this monkey character here eating a banana, which is very well drawn. He's thinking 309, no idea what that is, but he definitely looking very mean about it, with his tongue hanging out. Very funny piece, but also very well handle the perspective in this drawing.
Don't forget to submit your artwork here to us at Soft Touch. That's 5th New Walk, Leicester, LE1 6TF. Thank you. And again, the address is Soft Touch Arts, 50 New Walk, Leicester, LE1 6TF.